Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Gasman here for your Friday, December 10th assignment. Sorry I can't be there today, but I'll walk you through what you need to do to be able to get to our assignment and then go through some of those problems with you. So, you should have gotten the assignment in class on Tuesday, or excuse me, Wednesday or Thursday. And now we're going to be going over how to do the assignment and what supports are there for you. So, we're going to take a second here to look at where we can go to review some of our material. So, if you go to your Google Classroom page, there are a lot of links. If I go into classwork and I go to measurement and nature of science, I'll find our unit slides right there. By clicking on that link, it will bring you to our unit slides. Our unit slides here go through all of our stuff for the unit, but specifically, I want to be looking at today's stuff. So I want to be looking at Friday, December 10th. So we're going to be working on converting metric to standard units. So those are things like meters into feet, kilometers into miles, gallons into liters. So that's the stuff that we're going to be working on. Remember that there's going to be a quiz on Wednesday about measurement, and then that your syllabus and your safety contract are due tonight on Google Classroom. So, the first thing I really need to be looking at and focusing on today are the idea of conversion factors. Conversion factor is a ratio of equal factors. Things like 12 eggs equals 1 dozen, or 365 days equal 1 year. They're different units that equal the same amount. 12 inches is different than feet, but we know that 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. 1,000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. So there are examples of when we have different units but equal amounts. In your unit packet that you should have gotten on Wednesday, you will see this conversion chart. So it's in there. It goes through lots of the basic ones that we usually use. So standard to metric, inches, yards, and miles into the metric units, ounces and pounds into metric mass, teaspoons, tablespoons, ounces, gallons, cups into liters. Those are all for volume. And then we even have some for time down here at the bottom. On the other side, we have the metric to metric conversion. So some of the common ones, like 1,000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. So you can reference this as we go along, or you can use the conversion factors that are given to you on your assignment. When we use those conversion factors, we're going to be using a process called dimensional analysis. And it's a method for us to cancel out the units in order to convert between measurement systems. So this would be really useful when we're going from inches into meters, or we're going from gallons into liters. So we're going to be going not from metric to metric unit like we did on Thursday, but we're going from English standard units to metric, or metric into those standard units. So a good example here. You can convert between metric to metric and even English to English. So this is an example of English to English. We started with the amount of 24 inches, right? Our conversion factor, we wrote down next, all right? 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. And we were able to, by dividing by 12 inches, cancel out the units of inches. So inches divided by inches, that cancels out. We're left with the unit of feet, all right, which is our ending amount. We'll go through the process on where you put things here in just a second, but this is what it's going to end up looking like. When we look at dimensional analysis problems, they can be worded in a couple different ways. The question can ask you to convert blank into blank. So that could be convert miles to kilometers, feet into meters, ounces into kilograms. It can also say how many blank are in blank. So that could be how many miles are in a kilometer, or how many pounds are in a kilogram. So the both of them have different ways of saying that. How many blank equal blank? How many inches equal a foot? How many miles equals 5 kilometers? So when we look at these, we really need to be looking at um, what's it asking for and what is it giving us. So we want to know what units are we given to begin with and what are we looking for in the end. right? So, and again, in that example from the last one, we were given inches and we wanted feet at the end. So it's very important to understand, am I converting feet, or excuse me, inches to feet, or am I looking how many inches are in a foot, or how many feet are in 24 inches? It's very important that when we read these questions, how many centimeters, the units that we want, are in 5 inches, the units that were given, right? So we want our answer to be in centimeters, but they gave us inches to start. How many miles, the unit we want at the end, are in 3 kilometers. Kilometers was what was given to us. And then the last one kind of flips that around, and it flips that process, converts 16 inches to feet. It gave us the unit at the beginning, and then it told us the unit we wanted to find at the end. So it's going to be very important. Take a second to slow down and read the question to determine what it's actually asking for in the end. So those problems can be shown a couple different ways. Apologize, this was a repeat slide. So the first part is a single step conversion. These ones are relatively easy. We take our starting quantity, convert 5,000 miles into kilometers. We determine what was given to us. The unit's given 5,000 miles. We'll start putting that right here. So we'll put 5,000 miles right here. And then we're going to multiply it by the conversion factor. We want kilometers in the end. So what we want is we want the conversion factor from kilometers to miles. If you check your sheet, if you check that conversion factor ratio sheet in your yellow packet, you're going to see that 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. So I'm going to put my conversion factor right in there. And what we'll end up doing is we are going to end up converting this a little bit. So, or excuse me, we'll be doing some simple math to convert this. So when we look at this, it is really like writing 5,000 miles multiplied by 1.6 kilometers divided by 1 mile. Well, right away, we see that we have miles on the top and miles on the bottom. We can cancel those units out. That leaves us then with the unit of kilometers left on top. And we can take 5,000 multiplied by 1.6 and divide that by 1. So we take the things on top and multiply them together and divide the things on the bottom. Or divide by the terms on the bottom, not just the things. And 5,000 times 1.6 is 8,000 kilometers. So when we convert that finally, we go from miles to kilometers. I converted using the conversion factor. I was able to cancel out the units that I didn't want. I was given miles, but I didn't want them. And by using the conversion factor, I was able to convert that into kilometers, the unit I did want. And I was able to find my answer. Let's try practicing one. Here I have the conversion. The question asked me to convert 691 grams to kilograms. So grams is what was given, and that's what I'm going to start with. All right, and kilograms is what I want. All right, and that's what I'm going to end with. So my goal is to end with kilograms. So given was grams. I want to end with kilograms. I'm going to look up my conversion factor on my sheet, and I'm going to see that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. And now because I know that, I can start with my conversion. I start with what was given, 691 grams, and I can put my conversion factor in. Because I want to end with kilograms, I want to put kilograms in the top. And because I want to cancel out grams, I'm going to put grams in the bottom. So what I'm left with is 691 grams multiplied by 1 kilogram divided by 1,000 grams. Right away, looking at this, I can see that the grams cancel and I'm left with kilograms. So I'll take 691 times 1 kilogram and divide that by 1,000. And when I punch that into my calculator, I get an answer of 0.691. And I bring in the only unit that's left, my kilograms. So we're going to move on to a couple of examples from the worksheet that you guys got. I just wanted to point out I put another video on slide number 48 that will help go through dimensional analysis again. So if you want to watch that to get another chance at learning this, that would be fantastic. And if you need a little bit of help, this is always right there. So the assignment should look like this. It is called dimensional analysis. And yours will be pink. So I'm going to help you set up a couple of them here. So yours will have the conversion factors up on top. I made sure to switch those around. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be filling in some of the data here that goes through. So the very first question, convert 3.5 miles to kilometers. The units I was given were the miles, so 3.5 miles. I'll leave that out for now, but I was given miles, and I want kilometers at the end. If I look at my conversion factors, I see that 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. And now I can set up my problem. I'm going to put what I started with on top, 3.5 miles. And then I'm going to add in my conversion factor. Because I want miles to cancel and I want kilometers at the end, I'm going to put miles on the bottom and kilometers on top. That allows the miles to cancel, and I'm left with 3.5 times 1.6 kilometers divided by 1. And after you punch that question into your calculator, you get that equation into your calculator, you get an answer of 5.6 kilometers. Our next one is even good for metric to metric. So I was given convert 5,200 meters to kilometers. So I was given meters and I want kilometers in the end. My conversion factor for this, meters to kilometers, 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. And now I can set up my equation. I start with what was given, 5,200 meters. And I'm going to add in or put in my conversion factor. I want kilometers at the end, so I'm going to put that in the top. And I want meters to cancel, so I'm going to put that in the bottom. Right away, my meters cancel, and I'm left with kilometers, which is what I want. I get 5,200 times 1 kilometer on top divided by 1,000. When you put that into your calculator, you get an answer of 5.2 kilometers. On questions 3, 4, and 5, convert 57 liters to gallons. The units we were given are the liters, and we want gallons at the end. Number 4, convert 23 days to hours. We were given days, and we want hours in the end. Number 5, convert 620 grams to kilograms. We're giving grams, and we want kilograms at the end. If you have any questions on what units you were given or what units you want, please go back and check the slides or watch that other video. That should help you out. The next piece then are two-step conversions. Two-step conversions are a little bit trickier, and it's because we're going to need two different conversion factors to solve for them. So number 7 reads, how many meters are in 37 miles? Well, it says how many meters. That's what I want at the end. So this is the unit I want. So I'm going to put meters at the beginning. And I'm given miles. So that's what I'm going to put at the beginning. If you check your conversion factors, you'll notice that there isn't a straight conversion from miles to meters. So we're going to have to do two different conversion factors to get us there. The one I like to use, I know that 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. And then I know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. Now I will end up using those two conversion factors to solve for my answer. I start with what I was given, 37 miles. And I'll add in my first conversion factor. 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. Right away, my miles are able to cancel. I'm left with the units of kilometers, and that's not what I want at the end. So I'm going to go through another conversion factor. And I know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. I'm able to cancel out the kilometers, and I'm left with the unit I was looking for, meters. Now I can take 37 times 1.6 times 1,000 meters, and I can divide that by what's on the bottom, 1 times 1. It'll allow you a second to punch that in your calculator, but you should get an answer of 59,200 meters. So the next one is asking for minutes and days. So we're given units of days, and we want minutes at the end. I'm not going to give you the conversion factor numbers, but I'm going to help you out by telling you that we want to go from days to hours and hours to minutes. Number 9, all right, given how many meters are in how many meters are in 1,750 inches, so 1,750 inches. We're given inches, and we want meters. There's a couple of different ways to do this one, but I like to go from inches to centimeters and centimeters to meters. You'll need to add in the numbers there. Finally, the last thing we're going to go through together is we're going to go through how to set up one of our challenge problems. All right, the more difficult part 3 questions, which are more than 2 steps. So number 12 says how many seconds are in 31 days? So we're given days to begin with, And the units we want in the end are seconds. The first conversion factor we might want is 1 day is equal to 24 hours. Our next one, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And then 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. At this point, we have 3 conversion factors, and it will be a 3-step problem. Just to help you get started on this one, I'm going to put what I start with, or I was given, 31 days. I'm going to use my first conversion factor. 1 day is equal to 24 hours. I got rid of days, but now I'm left with hours. So I want to take 1 hour and 60 minutes. Now I have minutes, but I want seconds, so I'll do my final conversion factor of 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. I'm left with the units of seconds, which is exactly what I want. So I can take the things on top, 31 times 24 times 60 times 60 seconds. We're going to take 1 times 1 times 1 on the bottom. All you need to do is pop that into your calculator, and we should be able to solve this one. And in 31 days, we should get an answer of 2,678,400 seconds. Please reach out if you have any questions, and good luck to you on your assignment. Have a great day.